Hi friends, it's Julia. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. Today I'm going to share a layout that I made with my June 2019 Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit. Now I started this layout using inspiration from Janet over at RTS, her 4x4 series. I had gone through and created a first series of 4 layouts and 4 cards with her 4x4 series, and this is actually my second go around. And so what I'm doing is I had cut the center of that white cardstock out so that I could use it to border my photo so that it wouldn't get lost in the background papers. And I apologize, I lost a lot of the footage of the background building when I turned my recorder off for changing out my tape gun. I forgot to turn it back on. So you can see the background is done. I layered up my photos onto, or my photo onto a piece of white cardstock. Now the photo itself is actually a birthday card, an invitation card that we got to my granddaughter Ellie's 3rd birthday party. And so, it already had the collage of photos on there and the information and everything. So I just put it on a white, the card base in the background to mat it with. So here I have put some foam strips behind some of these embellishments. This is going to be a unicorn in a wreath there. And I have put foam tape behind it. The title that's right there beside, to the right of the information block it says, "May all your dreams come true." So I'm using that as my title. Now, originally this background paper with all the words on it, I thought I would probably cut some of those out and use those randomly throughout the layouts that I created. But for some reason, it just didn't feel right cutting it apart. So I just cut it down a little bit and trimmed off the edges just a little to fit onto the white background. Sometimes when you have a very, very busy background paper, if you don't have a matting on it or a solid color around it, sometimes it just feels like it's falling off the page and it's too much. And so when you put that white border around the edges, it gives it the feel of making it stop. So I did that, and then I took that heart paper and I put it down the right side of that, and I'm using it to layer up embellishments, etc. Across the bottom, I have 3 border strips. I have one is a paper border strip, and then the other 2 are washi tape border strips. And so they're behind the bulk of the stuff that you see there. They're not very obvious. Sorry, I was going to tell you about something else on the layout that I haven't quite done yet. I'm doing this in real time because I lost so much footage. I lost the bulk of building the background page, and that was probably another 15 minutes. You can see all those cheeky studio embellishments, the unicorns and hearts and flowers, all that jazz over there to the left. I just put some repositionable dot adhesive on the back of those and put those on a big piece of paper, a 12 by 12 scrap piece of paper. It's one that came out of the middle of a page protector. It's a little bit smaller than 12 by 12 and very flimsy. And so I just laid all the die cuts there so that I could package them all up together. I had them in a bag initially. And so it helped to keep up with that for the layout that I was going to use it for. I have found that I don't like my die cuts like this, so I'm not going to keep them like that. When I get done with this kit, I will break those down, take off the repositionable adhesive on the back, or put powder on it, and then put them back in their bag and keep them that way. They have been helpful as far as laying them out and seeing them, but I also like having my bowl of embellishments there that I dig through. I like that, I think, much better because I'm a flipper. And it helps me remember everything that I have. And my sticker sheets, or my die cut sheets that I fixed this way, I haven't used them very much at all. So I peeled up that label sticker there, and I'm going to use it across. Initially, I thought I was going to use it down at the bottom, but actually I'm going to move it because I choose different label stickers down there. And I have that right on top of a piece of washi tape, so it goes really well. It pulls up really well. And that's where I move it up to the top. so that I can put my date on it. And when I was recording this and even looking at this layout right in front of me, I have forgotten to put the date on it. So I'll do that right now before I put it back in the box. I pulled out these silver label stickers from Freckled Fawn that I have, and that's where I will do what little bit of journaling I'm going to do on there. The card has all of her information on there, so there's no need for me to add anything or add much of anything else. So I had these pulled over to the side thinking that I was going to use some of them, and so I think I've used those what I wanted to up, and now I'm just going to add my journaling down here. And you can see in real time, I move pretty slow. I don't get in an over hurry to do much of anything when I'm scrapbooking. I want it to go at my pace. And that doesn't make me unhappy. I mean, there's no sense in rushing through anything. I am not a super slow scrapbooker. It doesn't take me days and days or even hours and hours to get a layout done. Typically, if I have everything pulled out, it takes about an hour to get things done. And sorry you see my phone laying in the photo. I was actually listening to an Audible book while I was recording this. I was at the end of a book and I wanted to finish it. And so, yeah, for me, the easiest way to do that is to have it playing nonstop, whether I'm doing dishes or laundry or whatever. I will have my phone nearby so I can listen to a book if it's one that I can't put down. I'm going through the other embellishments and stickers and stuff that I have here in my kit, deciding what I want to do with them, if anything. Over at RTS, she pulls her little mini kits together, and when she's doing these 4x4 series, she will pull out everything that she thinks she might want to use on a layout and pull it out for you guys to see, for all of us to see, and then she'll go away and come back a minute later and she'll have the completed layout, and she will show you what she used from all of her stash that she pulled out for that one individual layout. I do that to some degree with showing you everything that's in my kit at the start of the month or at the start of the videos for that series, and then I put everything on a playlist so you can always go back and see what I started with and where I'm going with it. I don't feel the need to go through it every single time. Sometimes I'll have everything piled up there and I'll kind of run through it as I'm getting ready to video. I'm finding more and more that makes it for a quicker and easier way of scrapbooking, especially when I work. And coming home from work, I don't always want to get into my craft room and do anything. Sometimes I just want to be left alone. I want to go take a hot bath and go to bed. But sometimes I really need the whole process of scrapbooking. It releases your right brain. I guess if I'm very left brain, I'm very analytical in my thinking. I'm very logical. My kids tell me I have a Tetris brain. I can make everything. I kind of put everything in its own little compartment, and I prioritize that way. And so sometimes when I get home from work, I am just so stressed about having everything in its category in my head that sometimes I just get overwhelmed. And I have found, or I'm coming to find, that being able to loosen up some and being able to scrapbook after I get home from work is a good thing for my brain. It relaxes me to an extent, and it lets some of those hard walls that I have built up and these closed rooms and boxes that I have everything put into, sometimes they need to be relaxed a little bit so that it takes all that weight off my shoulders. And that's kind of what scrapbooking does for me. It lets my right brain break down some of those walls and gives me a little bit more freedom in the things that I do when I'm at home. I'm not so rigid about coming home at this time, cooking dinner at this time, cleaning up the kitchen at this time, taking the puppies for a walk at this time. You guys know what I mean. I can be a little bit more flexible, if you will. And that is what scrapbooking allows me to do when I scrapbook after work. And so I think this is a Saturday page, actually. I don't think it's one that I've done after work based on what I'm wearing. I have on a t-shirt with a phrase on it that says, it just went out of my head. My favorite people call me sweetie. And that's my grandma t-shirt. And so I wear that a lot on the weekends. And so I know is the Saturday scrapbooking when I've got that on. So there on the back, where I cut that out, I don't like to have the edges free, because when you slip it in or out of your page protector, it can catch on things. Plus the sheer fact of if there's area and room for air to circulate through there, sometimes your adhesive will dry out and it will come unstuck. And so I would rather have something that will protect that in that way. And that's why I put the washi tape on the background. I want to say a big thank you to all the people who have been subscribing recently to my channel. I am just amazed at all the new subscribers that I have, and I appreciate you guys so very much. I've been hitting on each person and going to see if they have a YouTube channel where you create videos, because, hey, I'm all about watching some videos, because, you know, a lot of times when I'm scrapbooking, I will have videos of other scrapbookers going, you know, it just gives me the motivation and inspiration. It makes me feel like I'm not alone in my endeavors. And so I appreciate you guys subscribing to me, and I hope that I am inspiring you when you're watching these videos. I think it is so cool to watch other people scrapbook, and I get so much inspiration from them. I hope I'm providing the same thing to you guys. And if you want, you can subscribe. I do these kind of videos all the time of using up my stash. I love the new stuff, but I also really, really, really love my stash that I have collected over the years. Anyway, let's see what else. I would love it if you would flip me a thumbs up. That always helps with the YouTube thing and getting my videos out there for other people to find. And also, if you are interested in watching the videos as I post them, you can hit that bell notification and it will let you know when I've posted a new video. I try to post at minimum a couple of times a week, sometimes more. I've gotten into a routine lately of posting about 3 videos a week. I don't know if that's going to be a forever thing. I try mostly to post twice a week. Sometimes it works great, other times not so much. But you guys know how that goes. That's life for all of us, right? Super busy. So here's the layout that I created, and I hope that it inspires you. Anyway, see you guys on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.